Hey guys, have you heard of Fortnite? And I don't mean the Battle Royale mode. There's another mode, other than the Battle Royale, and creative. That's what this video is about. Fortnite. Save the world. A small disclaimer before we begin. This is by no means an all-inclusive list of material on Save the World. This is merely a stepping stone to help you find your footing for any new players. I will be making videos deeper into the game later on. What is Save the World? This game takes place in the world of Fortnite after the storm came, and 98% of the population disappeared. Shortly after the mass vanishing of the population, the monsters came. Humanoid creatures known as husks now roam what used to be civilization, and it is our job to take back what was stolen from us and save the world. When the storm came, many survivors found ways to repel the storm by creating storm shields. You play as the commander of one of many storm shields across the globe. Unlike the Battle Royale, this is a player versus entity game. That means instead of fighting other people, you fight the husks. Now you can choose to do it alone, or with up to 3 others. In essence, Save the World is COD Zombies with the building of Fortnite and the crafting from Minecraft. Before we get into gameplay, let's start with who you are. You are the commander. With that, you can use different heroes that have different bonuses. The culmination of these bonuses is called your hero loadout. Your hero you choose will be a certain class. There are 4 classes that your character can be a part of. The Soldier. All-around gun type. Soldier abilities are geared towards increasing gun damage. If you like to shoot a lot, this class is for you. The Constructor. The Constructor's main ability is a placeable object called Base, which gives your structures connected to it resistance to damage and other perks later on. The Constructor is the right pick for you if you like to build and trap. The Ninja. A class specializing in mobility and quickly killing the enemy. If you like agile gameplay, this class is for you. The Outlander. My personal favorite. The Outlander is a powerhouse in the resource gathering field. If you want to gather resources for traps or weapons, this class is your best bet. Speaking of weapons and traps, there is much more to be discussed. You can craft traps and weapons by having schematics. Think of them as blueprints. You can get schematics by random drops of schematic caches and missions, or from llamas in the shop for X-ray tickets. Save the world currency. Schematics vary in rarity, starting from common, uncommon, rare, epic, and ending with legendary having the strongest stats. Each schematic comes with little bonuses called perks. Perks make the object of your crafting have stronger stats. Weapon schematics can either be ranged or melee, while trap schematics can be ceiling, wall, or floor. Traps are placed on structures in-game and cannot be used without them being attached to a structure and are currently being used during a mission. What kinds of missions are available in Save the World? There are many, but for the basics, there are 7 to discuss. Firstly, we have Storm Shield Defense. Every now and then you will need to do a Storm Shield Defense in order to progress. Pretty much, you are upgrading the Storm Shield, and you have to defend it as husks can attack it while it's upgrading. Think how you can't use a console or a computer while it's updating. Next are the missions I like to call the defending missions. Fight the storm. You must place down an atlas, which is used to break up storm clouds and clear the husks away. You must defend the atlas while it powers up. Ride the lightning. You must locate and protect Lars's van while he fills a big weather balloon attached to the van. At the end of the mission, the van flies up and above the storm. Retrieve the data. The weather balloon that was shot above the clouds has gathered data. It is your job to shoot it down and protect it while the data is downloaded to the home base. A single attack on the data will cause an entire file to corrupt and become unusable. Finally are the 3 random quests. Rescue the survivors. As the name entails, you must go and save survivors that are trying to stay alive during the storm.
Ooh, that brother's floating in the air.
Resupply. Time to take a break. This mission's objectives are to gather resources and collect crates of health supplies. Eliminate and collect. Alright soldier, it's time to fight. The goal here is to kill as many enemies as possible and collect data on them. You know what makes killing the enemies easier? Higher stats. But what stats are there to upgrade? There are F.O.R.T stats, which represent different aspects of your character stats. F.O.R.T stands for Fortitude, Offensive, Resistance, and Tech. Fortitude. This stat increases your health. Offensive. This stat increases your ranged and melee damage. Resistance. With this, you'll increase your shield, damage you take before you lose health. And Tech. The ugly duckling of the group. You'll get increases in healing, ability damage, gadget damage, and trap damage. How do you increase these stats? One way to raise those F.O.R.T stats is with research. One of the tabs underneath the command tab in the menu, titled Research, is where you do research. You gain research points passively while you play or are away from the game, at the same rate. You spend these research points on increasing the F.O.R.T stats like so. As you level up your account level, your research lab will level up as well, gaining you more research per hour. However, the best way to go about leveling up your stats is called survivor squads. These survivors are to you as background dancers are to the lead singer. While they aren't the star attraction, the show can't go on without them. These survivors, also from llamas, are arranged into squads based on many factors. Lead survivors. As you can see on this card, there is an icon on the right, a crown on the left, and an abstract symbol in between the two. The far right icon shows the squad the survivor should be assigned to in order to have the highest level. The crown on the far left indicates that this is a lead survivor, and the middle symbol is their personality type. Regular survivors. These guys have two symbols on the right side. The symbol closest to the middle is the personality of the survivor. Match this personality with the lead survivor and you'll get a bonus in power level. The far right represents the bonus of the survivor. Match 2 to 3 survivors, depends on bonus, with the same bonus to obtain it. Those bonuses help a lot in getting farther in the game. In order to unlock the higher level places and get farther in the game, you must complete your main quests. You can find the main quests on the main page. From time to time you'll see another quest line. These are side quests. These quests are not needed for game progression, but they have some decently good rewards, so I highly recommend doing them. Another thing I highly recommend doing once you get high enough level is Venture. Venture is a concept place where you don't get to craft weapons, but rather buy them from vending machines and make it as far as you can without your own weapon schematics. With all of that out of the way, let's battle against the storm and save the world together!